What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Stonadge channel, and we're ready for another watch along. Yeah, boy. And it's another Man United game, and I've realised I'm going to be doing like 3 Man United watch alongs on the trot, which is really fucking annoying, but we're dealing with it anyway. How are we, everyone? Hey, David. Hey, Reese. Good to see you. And yeah, today it's Man United against Leicester. The title challenge could be on for Manchester United. Which is a bit mental, with City dropping points. And Arsenal looking a bit shaky as well. Could it be on, lads? I think it might be. But they've got a stern test in Leicester, who have just disposed of Tottenham Hotspur last week. And yeah, it's going to be a really enjoyable one. And I'm looking forward to being live. I'm also live later on Nothing But Reds with Kyle and the lads. So yeah, make sure to check them out. And yeah, it's going to be really, really fun to go and talk all things Liverpool after yesterday, lads. Because we bloody won. We won at Newcastle. I'm so happy. I'm buzzing. Come on. Get in. I'm very good. How are we? Hey, Corey. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. And yeah, we are ready to rumble. Yes, Liam. How are we, buddy? How are we? Good to see you all. Good to see you. It's going to be a fun one today, lads. I think it's going to be a really, really high-scoring game. I've gone 4-2 in my prediction, and I'm feeling like it's going to be that. It's going to be several Man United watch-alongs in a row, lads. Am I turning into a closeted Traffordian? I don't know, but you know what? It's fine. How do we enjoy the Cardiff vlog, lads? Do we enjoy it? Everyone loves the vlogs. I don't understand why. It's literally just me going to football. But people like it, so we don't mind that. We don't mind that. So Manchester United against Leicester City. Hello. Hey, Minecraft gamers. How we doing, buddy? Thank you, man. Thank you. It's not a bad achievement for how far we've been in. So 1.1k next is the goal. So if we can get there by the end of the month, that'd be sick. Yeah, Man United games, lads. I don't know if I'm feeling it. I don't know if I'm feeling it. It's me going to football, but it is fun. It is fun to do them, to be fair. I will be doing, obviously, the big one. So I'm off on Tuesday. So I'll be doing some pre-recorded stuff for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Maybe even starting a new little footy manager series, lads. Which is in the works. But I've also got podcasts ready as well. So yeah, it's so much going on the way for the Stonadge channel, lads. We're gonna get to 1.1k by the end of the month. That's the plan. Yeah, boy. We're on the growth. But anyway, we need to go through the teams, lads. We haven't even gone through the bloody teams. Screw the channel. Let's go through the teams. Which I haven't even seen because I've been busy doing an interview for a little piece I'm doing written-wise. So Manchester United against Leicester City at Old Trafford today. In goal for Manchester United, of course, is the stalwart. That is David De Gea, Diogo Dalot, Victor Lindelof, Lisandro Martinez is back in, and Luke Shaw comes in at left back. Fred and Marcel Sabitzer are in defensive midfield with Rashford, Fernandes and Iheanacho behind Weghorst. So no Jadon Sancho today. He's on the bench for Manchester United. For Leicester City, Danny Ward is in goal. Castagna, Suter, Harry Suter, mate. What a header, man. I can't wait to keep saying an Australian accent, baby. Wout, and Victor Christensen at left back. Kiernan Dewsbury Hall and Nampoli Mendy in defensive midfield. Barnes, Maddison and Tete behind Iheanacho. It's an exciting team. I'm not going to lie. It's not the most exciting Leicester team we've ever seen. But it's up there. It's very much up there. For Leicester on the bench, they've got Tielemans, Vardy, Amati, Daka. Pereira is back from injury. And Ndidi on the bench. Dennis Pratt, Iverson, and Soumare. For Manchester United, Malacia, Varane, Sancho, Pellistri, Wan-Bissaka, Elanga, McTominay, Kobbie Mainoo, and, of course, the backup keeper, Tom Heaton. What do you want? Oh, sorry. Izzy, I'm sorry. I can't get up. I can't get up. What do you want? Okay, I've accidentally locked Izzy out of my room, lads. If it's not a Wrexham save, I will personally riot. I've already done a Wrexham save, but I fancy it, lads. I fancy another one. Shall we do another one? It's doable. You know, it is doable. We could do it. We could. But I might do something a little bit more rogue. Might do like Southampton or something like that. Saving Southampton. Or Liverpool. I could just do Liverpool, lads, but that'd be too easy. So yeah, we are going to be live today. I'm probably going to be live tomorrow with the final verdict. I didn't actually come out with one this week because it's been so busy. But I'll be live tomorrow with the final verdict. I'll do a couple of clips for the days that I'm not uploading, and then I'll probably launch the Football Manager series as well on the channel. So yeah, it's going to be so fun. I'm so looking forward to it, and I'm so looking forward to this game as well for Manchester United against Leicester City. Last time out at the King Power, Man United won by a goal to nil. Rashford slipping in Jadon Sancho, who scored the only goal at the King Power. And yeah, I think it's going to be really, really tight but high scoring here. The fact that Leicester just blew away Spurs, I think it will give them so much confidence. Congratulations! Hello, Shayed, how are we doing? Yes, Liverpool won a football match. What a time to be alive, right? We've won 2 football matches in a row. Are we going to beat Real Madrid? Are we going to beat Real Madrid, lads? I think we are. I think we're going to have them. I'm completely fooled by delusion by thinking we're going to beat them, but I'm fooled by the delusion of us winning 2 games, but a 2-0. A 2-0 dub. We love to hear it. We love to hear it. Oh, God, lads. I'm just... Manchester United games. They're the only ones I'm available to watch at the moment. What do we think of Nick Pope's red card, lads? Nick Pope's red card. People are actually trying to debate that it isn't a red card. He's literally, as a goalkeeper, just grabbed the ball outside of the box. What's he doing? What's he think he's doing? I'm baffled. I have no idea as to why or how anyone thinks this isn't a red card. And some people are like, oh, but it's not very fair because he'll miss the Carabao Cup final. Well, it's his own fault, lads. It's his own fault. It's his own fault completely. It's completely his own fault. So, elsewhere on Super Sunday today, Tottenham against West Ham. I won't be watching that, unfortunately, because I'm on nothing but Reds, of course, with Kyle. So, it's just Man United v Leicester for me today. Also, I forgot to change the bloody thumbnail for so long. How thick am I? So thick. Totally thick. But yeah, it's proper dumb. So just looking at this, Leicester, I mean, they could get sucked back into a relegation scrap if West Ham won their game. Because they're only 4 points above the relegation, and I think West Ham are starting to turn a corner. Bournemouth won, of course. Everton won as well. So many teams just getting involved and getting above where they want to be. I mean, if Bournemouth manage to stay up, I have no idea. Leeds are at 19th. I find that so baffling. I found that so baffling because I thought they had such a good start to the season, and then it just completely fell off under Marsh. They needed to change their manager, and I think they'll probably be better in a bit. But like realistically, it's such a strong league now. I can't see who's going down, apart from Southampton. But then they beat Chelsea away. I just can't. I don't know what's going on, lads. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. I hope it's a dub for the boys, but I don't know. I have no idea as to how Southampton will manage to stay up. But at the same time, they managed to go and beat them. So I have no idea. Anyway, the teams are coming out of the tunnel now. Teams are out the tunnel, and Oh, Granny Dwarf got banned on the Anfield Agenda chat. Oh, what a shame, man. What a shame. How'd you manage that? I mean, I saw the lads watch along yesterday. It's rattled a few people, hasn't it? It really has. People, just don't bother with it. Like, I don't know. People just moan about it, right? And what I would do, in my opinion, is avoid the content you don't like. So personally, I'm not a massive fan of, say, Redmen TV. I think they make good content. It's just not for me. So I avoid that content, and I don't go and complain at them. But people just moan at them for ages. Like, lads, I'm sure the lads behind Redmen are great, but it doesn't mean that I have to be a big fan of them. So why do people just go and moan at Craig and Paddy? Because it's just their sort of content. It appeals to them, so therefore they use it and they utilize it. It baffles me how people just continuously try and do this. Like, just avoid the content and leave it be. What happened to ignoring things in life? Anyway, Dalot, Lindelof, Martinez, and Shaw is the back four. It's a really, really strong back four, in my opinion, actually. I think Dalot has improved massively this season. Luke Shaw back in his natural position of left back. Sabitzer and Fred in midfield. I think that's a place where Leicester can look to expose. I don't think Sabitzer's had the greatest start in a Manchester United shirt. Iheanacho, Fernandes, and Rashford is the three behind the number 9, or the number 27, I should say, Mr. Wout Weghorst, who again hasn't had the greatest impact since coming in. Oh dear, Granny Dwarf. Probably not the greatest idea. Brendan Rodgers is Leicester. Of course, he was under so much pressure at the start of this season, but they are on a bit of a rise now under the Northern Irishman. Danny Ward is in goal. Again, a man who is on a rise. He's been very, very good recently for Leicester City. Timothy Castagna, Victor Christensen, the fullbacks with Harry fucking Suda, and Wout Faes. Wout, Liverpool's top scorer, centre-back. Is that still a thing? No, Gakpo is, I think. Monpolice Mendy and Kane and Dewsbury Hall are in midfield, with Tete, Maddison, and Barnes behind Kelechi, Iheanacho. Jamie Vardy on the bench for Leicester City. Yeah, probably not the greatest thing to do with the boys. So, yeah, Iheanacho up top. Vardy on the bench for Leicester. Of course, he doesn't really hold the same weight as he used to, but he's a top-quality forward, whatever. Yuri Tielemans also on the bench with Amati, Daka, Ricardo Pereira, and Ndidi, and Samare and Pratt, making an extremely strong bench. Yeah, probably not the greatest mistake. Probably one of the worst mistakes you can make in that chat, lads. So, Marcus Rashford, since the World Cup, 14 goals and 4 assists in 16 games. He has been a man on fire, and I think he'll score another 1 or 2 today. I think the Premier League, I think this is going to be a thing. By the way, as well, another thing that really wound me up yesterday is Newcastle fans getting aggy at Liverpool fans for singing "You'll Never Walk Alone," as if like the whole meaning of that song doesn't corroborate with what everything was about. It's baffling. It really is well and truly baffling. Like, they were like, oh, but they're making it about them again. No, you're not. It's a song all about the togetherness of a crowd, of a fan base, of a family. And they're like, oh, no, it's not. It's about Liverpool, and they're making it about them. No, they're not, lads. People are just anything to score rivalry points. Anyway, United will get us underway at Old Trafford. And it's going to be Wout Weghorst who will leave for Marcus Rashford to kick us off. And yeah, if you haven't already, hit subscribe on the channel. We're trying to get to 1,100 by the end of the month. I'd say it's doable, in my opinion. I'd say it's doable. But anyway, off we go then. Weghorst gets us Rashford gets us underway, sorry. And we are off here at Old Trafford for the second to last, the penultimate game of the Premier League weekend. Rob Hawthorne and Gary Neville are the commentators on Sky, but the commentator here is the Chris Stonadge on the Stonadge channel. Wide for Barnes, and it's already Leicester going to try and find a bit of open space, but it's a good challenge in the end by Marcel Sabitzer, and Sabitzer gets on the ball now, finds Fred. Fred wide. Shaw picks it up, the former Southampton man, of course, back in his preferred position of left-back after several games at centre-back. Lisandro Martinez, of course, returning from his suspension. Here's Fernandes, up against Victor Christensen, and it's a corner for Manchester United very, very early on here. Oh, come on, Leicester. Come on, Leicester. To be fair, you're bang on there, David. You can't teach stupid people. You're right. Oh, yeah, get your score predictions in, lads. I haven't even said about that. Score predictions. 2-2 says Granny Dwarf. What are we all thinking? Corner from Shaw. Crossed in. It's going to come all the way out to Iheanacho. Played back to Fred, and Fred wide to Iheanacho again. Running into some space. He's got Shaw in behind, but instead he goes finds Sabitzer. And now wide to Shaw once more. Shaw. He's got Dalot wide. Dalot with the cross, and it's a chance for Weghorst. He can't get there. 4-0, says Reese. 3-2 Leicester, says David. I love that. To be honest, we did Manchester United a massive favour yesterday by beating Newcastle. Here's Dalot. Well tackled by Victor Christensen. And now back into Lisandro Martinez. Martinez with a firm ball into Fernandes. He's lost out to Leicester City, and they have won it back now with non-police Mendy. Of course, a player who signed the season after they won the league, but hasn't really featured regularly since. He's been in the club, what, 6 years now? And 6.5 years. He's never featured regularly. He's been out on loan several times, but he scored an absolute rocket against Tottenham, didn't he? Here's De Gea. Inside to Sabitzer. And wide by Fred. Iheanacho taking on his man. 2-1 Leicester, says Shayed. Fred. Wide to Fernandes, but is well intercepted by Christensen. Dalot wins the header. Now Weghorst looking for Rashford. He can't find him. Oh, it's given away, is it? No, it's going to be just back to Danny Ward in the end. Leicester with Faze and Suter. It was a strange one. I think Suter's going to be a really astute signing. £15 million from Stoke City. Absolute giant of a man. I think he's 6'6". Has a great tendency of scoring from corners. Good record as well. I think he's got 5 in 5 for Australia, who he chose to represent above Scotland. Here's Dalot. The ball across. Shaw's lost it. Here is Luke Shaw, though. Martinez. Good turn. Great from Martinez. And Fred's got it now in midfield for United. It's been an intense start at both ends here. Both teams have nearly got through, but haven't really haven't threatened either goalkeeper yet. But there is a real potential for a high-scoring game here, I think, and that's why you need to stick around, watch it on the Stonadge channel. Flicked in by Fernandes. Now Fred in midfield for Manchester United. Fred now. Rashford takes on his man. He's been fouled, but Fred carries on. It's advantage played. He's been fouled. No, he slipped this time and he's lost it. Suter now back to non-police Mendy. Man still down for United. Faze into Christensen. And he's lost it to Dalot. Dalot for United. Weghorst loses out. Maddison can't get there. But it's going to rebound into Rashford. Rashford for United takes a shot on. It's a shot you take when you're confident. But Harry Suter was there, mate. He fucking was. It's a good flick on. It just came plummeting to Rashford. It was sort of a miscue from Fernandes. But Suter blocked it really, really well. And it's a corner for United here. Ward, Maddison. Just keeping an eye on Rashford, who's very, very close to him. He's the man. I think you could almost get a guaranteed bet on him scoring. It would almost be an even keel for him to score at the moment, Rashford. He's been so brilliant this season. Shaw with the cross. At the back post is Martinez. He tries to head it back to Fernandes, but non-police Mendy gets it away. Fred. Into Fernandes. With a chip ball in towards Weghorst. And Shaw is in there, but it's well defended by Leicester City. Barnes, Mendy, and they've got some space to counter here with Iheanacho. You've got Dewsbury Hall and Barnes and Christensen forward as well. Here is Dewsbury Hall, a player who I think is distinctively mid. Woot phase. Leicester just looking to pass it around. What are your thoughts on Leicester this season, lads? Because obviously they had that awful start, but they have actually looked pretty good recently. Brendan Rodgers has turned it around and he deserves massive credit for it. And I reckon they could be in for a top half finish this season because the momentum they're starting to gather. I think Danny Ward has really settled back in as well, which was really crucially important. They lost Schmeichel and they had to replace him. In for Castagna. And now Wout Faes for Leicester City. Come on. Christensen. They get it under control here, Christensen. And now non-police Mendy. I've realised as well, lads, I am going to be doing 3 Man United watch-alongs in a row. Because I won't be doing any watch-alongs until Thursday. And that's the best game available. I've got to do it, lads. I'm turning into a Man United channel. But I will be doing a final verdict, potentially on Arsenal winning the league on... oh, hello. Chance for Leicester here. There's 3-on-2. Big chance for Leicester. Ball across. Iheanacho's there, but it's hooked away by United. Come back to non-police Mendy. It's going to fall for Iheanacho. Tries to get the shot away. He should have played it wide. Headed back towards Maddison. He's lost it now, and there's a big chance for Leicester, that. Suter gets it under control brilliantly, though. Here is Harry Suter. Dewsbury Hall into Suter. Looks for that crossfield pass, and he finds it brilliantly. And that man is Harvey Barnes. Barnes up against Dalot. Inside. Turn. Maddison. Tete. Dewsbury Hall. Maddison. They're just trying to work it around in a tight space, but they could lose it. But Mendy gets there first. Mendy wide to Castagna, but it's a poor ball from Castagna, really. He's put Mendy in a lot of trouble. And Suter, who started the move, will play it back to Danny Ward. Checks his turn and looks for a man wide left. He's found Victor Christensen, who hooks it back in. Won by Martinez, and Lindelof does well, but it's going to fall here for Barnes. Barnes has Iheanacho through here. Barnes, Iheanacho, 1-on-1. Barnes! Saved! Oh, it's wide! Barnes very nearly made it 1-0, but it's a magnificent save from David De Gea. It's a great interception from Barnes. He found Iheanacho, who replayed it into him, and it really should be 1-0. It's a great save from David De Gea. Of course, we saw Alisson make some brilliant saves yesterday, but the Spaniard has kept United level here. Corner here for James Maddison. It's going to be Christensen, actually, who's going to come over and take it. Victor Christensen. Wout Faes and Suter. Suter's obviously the big target for Leicester. Crossed in towards Suter, and it's over the bar. They found him, and that's the danger he can provide, Harry Suter. It's a great corner from Christensen, and Suter very nearly made it 1-0. He rose high above Wout Weghorst here. He just needed to keep it down. But there's two big chances for Leicester there, and they already broke through once already. So United look very, very vulnerable. But here's the opportunities they can create. Dalot in a central position. Fred with a crossfield ball. Fernandez. Crossed. Great ball. Rashford. Good block by Wout Faes. Wout Faes. I have to say Wout, because there's two. It's Wout v Wout today. The Wout Fest. In for David De Gea. Launch forward. Weghorst can't win it. Faes can. And it's going to come to Maddison, who's barged off one man and turns. Chance for Iheanacho. Iheanacho's 1-on-1 with De Gea. Iheanacho scuffs his shot. It's deflected and it just goes wide. Lindelof. Big chance for Leicester again. They're really, really up for this today. Very nearly deflected in off Victor Lindelof. And this is all Leicester City so far. It was really, really poor from this time. I think it was Sabitzer in midfield who got bullied off it by James Maddison. Iheanacho was onside. He maybe could have looked to square it to Tete, who would have been offside if he had. But it is still 0-0 between Manchester United and Leicester City. But it could be 1, if not 2-0 to Leicester. They're really up for it. And already they're getting another corner. And it's Maddison this time with an in-swinger. Towards the back post. De Gea heads it away. De Gea heads it. He punches it away. Sorry. Back to Iheanacho. Looks to cut inside a shoot. And it's wide. They're appealing for a corner here, Leicester. They're not happy about it. They're not going to get one. Wout Weghorst. Not even a real name. Anyway. Luke Shaw. Driving forward for Manchester United. Inside to Rashford. He's lost it. Sabitzer wins it back. Back now into Lisandro Martinez. Martinez for United. Sabitzer. Under pressure. Leicester really, really going for him here. 2 Woots make a right. Woot Weghorst. Leicester are playing really, really well, aren't they? They're top quality at the moment. Lindelof with a crossfield pass. Looking for Rashford. Woot fades, heads away. Christensen helps it on. But he's lost it to Sabitzer. Fred with some space. Shaw can have a shot. It's well blocked by Harry Suda. Iheanacho. Getting a start today. He's had great impact off the bench recently. Scored in, of course... Who did he score against? I can't remember now. But I've done far too many Manchester United watch-alongs recently. Fernandes gets past Christensen. Looks for Weghorst. Can't find him. Cleared away by Harry Suda. Well won by Dalot. Nearly falls for Maddison here. But they look really, really threatening on the counter-attack here, Leicester City. They genuinely do. Wide into Iheanacho. Taking on his man. Iheanacho still. Inside towards Fred. Finds Fred. Tries the back heel. Can't use it. Weghorst. Back into Iheanacho. Takes on his man. Weghorst. Lost out. Have a great stream. Spending the day with the husband for our 29th anniversary. Try and catch some Sunday summary. Yes, Liz. Happy anniversary to you and your husband. And I hope you have a great evening, if you know what I mean. I hope it's all well and you're both very healthy and happy. Here's Lindelof. It's been a very healthy first 13 minutes of Premier League football. A great advert for it. And great advert for Leicester City as well. Chipped into Sabitzer, who's far forward. Gets it across towards Weghorst. Played back to Ward, who launches it forward. Sabitzer flicks it on again. Is cleared away this time by Castagna. Lindelof. Well done by Marcel Sabitzer. He had a little mistake early on. Lisandro Martinez. It's Iheanacho. He's done well. Got it inside towards Rashford. Going to be cleared away. Iheanacho lets it bounce, and he's done really well. And Tete and United are opened up again here. Here's Tete. He's got Lindelof with him. Still Tete gets the ball across. It's great defending by Fred. Look at this. Leicester, what has happened here? They look absolutely back to their best. Proper counter-attack inside. And once again, they were 2-on-2. But this time, Fred managed to get in the way. It was a great ball across. It was going to come to James Maddison. It's a corner now to Leicester again. And they look dangerous from corners too. They've got Faze, Suter, both forward. As well as Iheanacho. Castagna's in there too. Look how big Suter is, lads. Crossed in towards Suter, who won the header again. But it's going to fall back for Iheanacho. Cleared away by United. Brought down by Dewsbury Hall. Gets the cross in. Oh, he's given a free kick anyway. He's given a free kick. Weghorst is a bit shit, isn't he? I'm not going to lie. I thought he'd be a great signing for United. He's been absolutely woeful. I'm not going to lie. And Erik ten Hag is continuing to pursue with him. I'd rather them just stick Weghorst, stick Rashford through the middle. But they did miss Martial, to be fair. Martial's been at United 8 years nearly, by the way. 8 years. That is nuts. I remember when he first signed. Like, how mental is it to think that he's been there for that long? Martinez. Launch forward, but it's going to be seen all the way through back to Danny Ward, which is what Leicester will want to see. Here is Danny Ward into Woot phase. Woot. Non-police Mendy. Back to phase. I prefer the sidemen, personally. Banter. Banter from Stonadge. We love that. Back to Suter. Sabitzer now. In for Lindelof. Iheanacho. Great movement from Iheanacho, but he plays it back in the end to Victor Lindelof. He's got Dalot behind him. He's found Dalot. Now De Gea. United just trying to get a little bit of momentum in this game. It's a good ball from De Gea, to be fair. Iheanacho. Back to Shaw. Fred. Inside. It's well lost. It's lost this time by United, and Leicester on it now with Maddison, Christensen and Barnes, and they've already, whenever they get the ball, they just flood forward Leicester. This is really good to see. They're playing proper counter-attacking football. Like, they look tactically astute again. From when the start of the season, they looked absolutely clueless. Now they look really, really astute again. Danny Ward. Wide to Castagna. Hello, Caesar. Castagna again. And now Tete, once more, a one-on-one with Lindelof. Tete, still. Tete, still Tete! How's it not got in? How are Leicester not winning here? Barnes was at the back post. Just a bit too hard for him because it was a shot from Tete who was trying to curl into the bottom corner. Tete on his left foot, from cutting him from the right-hand side. I think it was a shot, for Tete. But at the moment, it probably would have been better if he'd have actually crossed it for Harvey Barnes. But they've lost it again here, United. Here's Maddison. And there's a foul given. It was never a foul on Fred here. This is absolutely all Leicester so far. And I'm really happy to see it because the Premier League's needed a club like this again. Brighton have taken their mantle, but I think Leicester being at the top of their game really bloody helps. Maddison's not happy about it. Leicester had 8 shots in the first 18 minutes of this football match. Some clubs go to United and don't have 8 shots all game, i.e. Liverpool, at the start of this season. Cleared forward by De Gea. Won by Barnes. Weghorst. Fred with a crossfield ball, but it's well intercepted by Timothy Castagna. Mendy with a great turn into Iheanacho and back to Mendy, but he's lost it. Fred with a good tackle, and Sabitzer and Weghorst between them managed to hook it away for United. Now Victor Christensen into Iheanacho. Barnes. Back to Christensen for Leicester City. Christensen hasn't got many options. He decides to clear, but it's only come to Fred. Fred for United. Inside to Weghorst. He's lost it. And Leicester will play on. Here's Dewsbury Hall. Castagna to Mendy. Really good from Mendy. Bringing the ball out. A bit like Bajcetic yesterday. Mendy into Barnes. Maddison. Now Christensen for Leicester. They're really stringing the ball well. This is top quality from Leicester City. The best I've seen them all season. Maddison. Man wide. Back to Maddison. Can't find him. Back to Suter. Still Harry Suter. Dewsbury Hall. This is good from Leicester. Suter wide. And it's a chance again for them to get behind with Castagna. Castagna now on this right-hand side. With the cross. Iheanacho! What a save! That is unbelievable from David De Gea. That might be the save of the season. That is unbelievable. Oh my God, how are United still in this game? That might be one of the saves of the season. Definitely from De Gea. Iheanacho's header. He hooks it out like a cat. It's unbelievable from De Gea. It really is. Wow. What a save. What a save. Here Leicester go again. Could it be nothing for United? Tete gets the ball across and it's hooked away by Fernandes. Dewsbury Hall. Fouled by Weghorst. Surely no. Weghorst drills out with it, but he's lost it now. Here's Tete. Wide to Barnes. He's got Christensen on the overlap. Barnes cuts in. It's deflected. Maddison up against Fred, but Weghorst gets in there. Mendy with a good challenge. Cleared away, though, by United, and that's all they can do to relieve the pressure, but Rashford's in behind. Luckily, Harry Suter's there. Wow, that is unbelievable from David De Gea. That is just unbelievable. 2 unreal saves. Christensen with the ball in, and he comes and claims again. This is prime De Gea, really is. Just ridiculous, this save. If you guys are watching the game, just watch this back and back and back and back. The way he claws it out. That's really strong. I'm back for United now with Martinez. But Leicester City have been exceptional so far. Really taken the game to Manchester United. And that's how teams should play. Sometimes you just get beaten when teams are in good form. But the way Leicester have come, they're the team that you would think are the side who are, however many games unbeaten. Like United are. Into Lindelof. Now Fred. They've lost out, but they've won it back with Weghorst. Good pressing from Val Weghorst. Give him some credit where it's due. Fred. Back to Lindelof, and it's going to be cleared away here by United. De Gea telling his players where to go. And I think he's got the full credit to after saving them on 3 occasions already. Absolutely exceptional from De Gea. And Leicester win it back again, but they look so good on the turnover, Leicester. Iheanacho could get in behind here. Here's Tete with the ball. And Maddison. Oh, and Barnes was free. It was so close to from getting over to Harvey Barnes. And Leicester are just carving United apart time and time again on the counter-attack, on the transitions. Sabitzer towards Weghorst. He's lost it. Dewsbury Hall. Wout Faes. Christensen. All the way back to Danny Ward now. But I'll tell you what, Leicester City can really be proud of their start here. They've been absolutely fantastic from minute 1. Defensively solid. Look, threatening from set pieces on the counter-attack. They're well in this game. Castagna. Still going here for Leicester. Still going. Still going. Luckily, Luke Shaw's there for United. Good defending. Probably Castagna should have released that ball. Maddison limping a little bit here. But Leicester just getting some room here. Well, Maddison just slipped over. What team would have picked for Madrid? That is a half-time topic if I've ever seen one. I might do a Madrid preview tomorrow, actually. If you guys would want to join that. Fernandes. Oh, it's a great ball if he's onside. If Rashford's onside, that's a brilliant ball. United lead. It's a wonderful finish from Marcus Rashford. And they do take the lead here. It's going to be touch and go on the offside. But I tell you what, when Rashford was one-on-one, there was no worry. There was no even taking a breath around Old Trafford. Marcus Rashford scores. Fernandes with one of the balls. It was a bit like Salah's yesterday. But if he's onside here, which I think he is. It's 1-0 United. How are they winning this football match? I have no idea. They have been battered from minute 1. But that's Marcus Rashford for you. Honestly, that is just unbelievable. From one end to the other, Rashford scores, and that is so demoralising for Leicester when they have been by far and away the better side here. But there was no worry when Marcus Rashford was one-on-one. 15 goals now since the World Cup for him. This is some of the best form he's ever been in. Rashford won yet again. And Manchester United are so reliant on him at the moment. But that's 23 goals now for the season. That's the most he's ever got in any campaign ever. Got 22 in 1920, 21 in 2021. And now he's beaten it. 23 goals of the season. But that is Marcus Rashford to the core, really. He only needs one chance at the moment. Thrown in by Leicester City. Christensen just trying to gain some edge. But they just need to keep playing as they are. Oh, it's a good turn from Maddison. Can he get there? No, Lindelof is ahead of him. Good clearance from Lindelof, but he's very, very close. Leicester just need to keep going because they'll have chances and they will score goals in this game if they carry on playing the way they were. But it could just give United a little bit of confidence now. Oh, it's great from Tete. He's beating his man. Still Tete. Looks to go inside. Dewsbury Hall. Tete. In for non-police Mendy. It's got to be a foul, no? No foul on Dewsbury Hall. And it's cleared away by United. But well taken in by the Leicester man. Kid in Dewsbury Hall. Still on it. Now Woot phase. Woot. I can't stop saying it, lads. So it looks like they're playing Weghorst in sort of a deeper role behind Rashford now. Suter. Looking for Maddison. It's headed away firmly by United. And Weghorst gets it down for Fred. Now Weghorst. Very, very deep for United. Martinez with a great turn. He sends Mendy leaving the other way. Cleared away by United. Flicked on by Fernandes. And the chance for Fred to get there. It's a brilliant challenge from Wout Faes. And now, Fernandes fouls. It's just a bit too firm from Bruno Fernandes. And it's a free kick to Leicester City within their own half. Non-police Mendy's worrying why it's not going to be a yellow card, but Garnacho's really not tracking back, and that's the big problem for United. It's a good challenge this time by the youngster, but honestly, they look so open with Tete on that side, and if he'd just been a little bit more clinical, we'd be seeing Leicester ahead in this game. Like, even if United had scored, Leicester have been by far and away the better team. And here they are again on this right-hand side with Castagna. Still, Tete. Oh, it just rebounds off Dewsbury Hall. It's going to be a United throw-in. They just look so open. It's on Sabitzer, Garnacho and Shaw's side. They look so open. Yeah, Rashford was onside. There was just no debate about him being one-on-one, through on goal. There was always going to be only one outcome, wasn't there? It's a great finish as well. Drilled into the bottom left-hand corner. Here's Fernandes for United. Looks for the ball towards Rashford again, but this time it's intercepted by Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, and it's a throw-in to Manchester United. Honestly, Rashford is just different gravy at the moment, lads. It's going to be a love-in for him, but he is unbelievable. He really is. Oh, it's given away. Chance now for Maddison. He tried to pass it. He's had to slow it down this time. Oh, it's a poor ball from Maddison. It really is. And Harvey Barnes slips over. It's another chance for Leicester to get through on the counter-attack. Maddison first miskicked his pass, and then was when he finally did make it, couldn't do it to Harvey Barnes to the right power enough anyway. Cleared forward. In towards Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes into Lindelof. And Dalot again. Back to Lindelof. Fernandes, very, very deep for United. That was a brilliant assist, by the way. It was an easy ball to make in the end, but it was perfectly weighted. Hey, Tom, how are we doing? Did I enjoy the game yesterday? I absolutely did, mate. I didn't watch it in the end because I was out with Newport City for their game against Chepstow Town when they lost 5-0. It was disgustingly, it was awful. No, I caught the game on highlights and I've watched the full game back now and it's just unbelievable. But here go United again with Weghorst. He won't take a shot, will he? He just refuses to shoot. I know that might be his role, but just shoot, man. Chance for Leicester again here with Maddison. And now Tete. They're 3-on-4 again. Still Tete. Got the long ball on, and Maddison's free at the back post. Maddison brings it down. James Maddison in for Harvey Barnes. It's for Dewsbury Hall, sorry, and he put it wide again. But it's all Leicester, lads. It's all Leicester, even with the goal. Do I think we'll win against Madrid? I don't want to get my hopes up, Granny Dwarf. But yeah, no, I've got much more confidence right now than I would have ever thought I would have had for that game. Maddison played it back and Dewsbury Hall just guided it wide. But De Gea, plus a brilliant finish from Marcus Rashford. It's true clinicality from United. And once again, they're in behind with Weghorst this time. He's not really got the pace that Rashford does, and he's been fouled by non-police Mendy, and it's a free kick to Manchester United in a good position to get the ball crossed into the box. Weghorst, of course, has got a lot of stick, and rightfully so, but that was a foul. That's really... I'll tell you what, though, lads. That Rashford goal is just so atypical of him. I reckon you could find at least 3 or 4 goals of his exactly like that this season, getting in behind and drilling him with his right foot into the bottom left-hand corner. He really is, like, you're talking about a world elite level of player at the moment. And you won't find many better in form in the world, if not any. I think he might be the best player in the world at the moment in terms of form, Rashford. And it's horrible to say that because he's a mank. But for me, he's the best player in the world at the moment. Fernandes with the cross in. Not the greatest ball, but it's coming back out to Iheanacho, who didn't really get... wasn't really well timed by the youngster. But yeah, I don't think it's unfair to say that he's the best in the world right now. I'm just going to tweet that, to be honest. I think that's a good hot take. He's just unbelievable, isn't he, lads? He really is. It's intercepted from by Christensen from Dalot. There we go. Cheeky tweet, lads. We always love a cheeky tweet on the channel, right? Launched away by David De Gea. I hope you're right, Granny Dwarf, yeah, to be honest. But pinged across by Lisandro Martinez, and Fred is going to get there. He's not. He's going to go out for a goal kick to Leicester. Erik ten Hag's not too happy about it, and I'm sure he won't be too happy about what he's seen. But next Sunday, of course, is the Carabao Cup final, and it's the same day as Jake Paul against bloody Tommy Fury. I'm going to watch it, lads. I've decided. I'm going to spend that money on it, which might be the worst decision of my life. But yeah. Great news. It's played inside now. Here's Rashford to Fernandes. Rashford looking to get in behind, but he is going to keep it in, but he can only put it out for a throw-in instead of a goal kick. Christensen will throw in. Iheanacho. Harvey Barnes hooks it on towards Iheanacho, but it's going back to Martinez, and Dalot heads it all the way back to David De Gea. A player who's really improved this season, Diogo Dalot. He's been exceptional, hasn't he? He really has. But yeah, to be honest, being honest, I think United are massively missing Casemiro today in that midfield. Like, hugely. This is back to old school United where they always looked open with Casemiro in there. But here's Tete up against Martinez. Still Tete. Yeah, good challenge from Martinez, that. Fred. Good Wout phase with a good challenge. Dewsbury Hall. Honestly, Casemiro might be everything for United. Genuinely. He might be absolutely everything. I'm not going to lie. He might be the reason why they're doing so well. Because if you look at this today, they look abhorrent. And it's another chance for Iheanacho. Could he get a shot off? It's a good challenge by Weghorst. It's going to come back to Maddison. It's not. It's hooked away this time by Lindelof. Christensen inside to Dewsbury Hall. Wasn't the greatest of balls by Victor Christensen. And Dewsbury Hall and Wout Faes just gets there ahead of Rashford. Now Harry Suter. The chip ball into Castagna. Got Tete behind him. Tete now. Beats one. Oh, runs over the ball. Oh, they're appealing for a foul there, Leicester, but Fred did win it back fairly. Weghorst. Dalot. Dalot to Fernandez. Dallow's in the middle! Oh, what an opportunity! Diogo Dalot, about 4 yards from goal, getting into a position Marcus Rashford would have been proud of, and he really should have scored for United and made it 2. It really should have been. It's brilliant from Diogo Dalot, getting into the right position in the box. He was onside as well, and he had to make it 2-0 there, Dalot. He really did. It was a ball from Fernandez, and Dalot, oh, just out of reach. Just out of reach from the Portuguese youngster. Very nearly made it 2. Lindelof now back to David De Gea, who launches it forward. It's a free kick to Leicester on the halfway line. It was a foul by Rashford. But I'll tell you what, Diogo Dalot, as I said, that just typifies it really as to how good he's been for Manchester United this season. He really is. He's a top quality performer. Week in, week out, consistent. Which is not something they've been used to really in the right back positions. Since Gary Neville really, because they've had Raphael of course. But he was always a bit temperamental. Ashley Young's played there. Antonio Valencia played there. Both failed wingers really. That turned into fullbacks and turned into okay fullbacks. But Root Phase. In for Christensen. Back to Phase. Prefer the sidemen. Made that joke twice now. Really, really shouldn't have done that. Phase now to Harry Suter. He loves a ball, doesn't he? Do you know what? He reminds me a bit of Maguire when he was at Leicester. It's a brilliant interception by Lindelof. It nearly went all the way through to Maddison. Christensen now wide left to Harvey Barnes. Barnes one-on-one with Dalot. Barnes still. Still Barnes. Into Maddison, and now Barnes is in! Harvey Barnes! Oh, he just skews his shot. Blimey, lads. Leicester are all over United. They have been from minute 1. But it should be 2-0 United. At the same time, it should be 3-0 Leicester. Or 3-1 or whatever. Because this is really good from Barnes and Maddison. Just great interchange. I don't know whether he tried to get it across to Iheanacho. It just went over his head. Maddison. Now non-police Mendy. Root Phase. Woot. Maddison. We're also very, very close to be able to offer memberships and super chats on the channel as well, by the way, lads. So that's something that's going to come within the next few weeks, I believe. Launched forward and headed back by Dalot to De Gea. We're very, very close to the thresholds anyway. Rodgers must be... I don't know how you'd feel being Brendan Rodgers right now. Because on one hand, you could be 2-0 down. On the other hand, you could be 3-0 up. Cleared away. Phase wins the header up against Weghorst. He's still battling him. Weghorst does well. Mendy wins it back for Leicester. Christensen now to Maddison and Barnes. Back to Christensen, and he'll probably play it back to Danny Ward, I'd imagine. Yep. Here is the Welshman. Wasn't the greatest of balls. Now Garnacho, and it's well challenged by Kiernan Dewsbury Hall for a throw into Manchester United. Lindelof. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Granny Dwarf. We actually hit it on the Barca Man United stream. I appreciate that, David. You've been there every step of the way, mate. Literally every step, so appreciate that. But, yeah, we're going to offer that very, very soon. Here's Bruno Fernandes. Into Sabitzer. Good challenge by non-police Mendy. I have to say non-police Mendy, don't I? I just can't say Mendy. Dalot. Into Fred. Will he take the shot on? It's actually hit Rashford. It's rebounded towards Sabitzer. It's a free kick to Leicester City. But Rashford, I think, might have a little bit of concussion from that shot from Fred. Phase is down for Leicester. Still 1-0 United, but it could be, as I said, I keep saying, They are very, very lucky to be 1-0 up here. But it's been an absolutely chaotic performance. But the one moment they had the real opportunity, and it fell to the man that they wanted it to, Mr. Marcus Rashford, who is in the form of his life. I don't think he'll ever find form like it, really, in the world at the moment. As I said, he's probably the best in the world. Oh, there's a high challenge from Sabitzer. High challenge from Sabitzer. Oh, are they gonna have a look at that? I don't think they will, because I think it was pure intention on the ball, but yeah, well, it's relative, isn't it? Like, you know, we're building here. We're still building. We're only a month and a bit in, so it's going to be the big months that are coming up are the summer months massively. And going on from there, it's probably still going to be part-time for me. I'm never going to be able to get it full-time for the next few years. But listen, we are building. We have to put the groundwork in, and that's exactly what we're doing on shows like this. Keep collaborating as well with others. That's why I'm really happy. If you didn't know, I'm also going live later with Nothing But Reds on their channel. So that's Kyle from formerly of Anfield Agenda as well, same as me. And yeah, we've got a great team. We had a great team there, and it's great to see that we're still collaborating and corroborating. Hooked away. It's a good turn from Iheanacho, and Rashford looking to get in behind here. It's a brilliant challenge from Harry Soda. Tete. Now wide for Harvey Barnes, and Leicester will look to counter-attack again. Barnes has got Maddison wide. He's gone for him. Here's James Maddison. Good challenge from Dallo, really is. Played off his man as well. Brilliant defending from United. Really good defending. What? I have no clue why Pope did that. I have no idea. I've watched it back about 5-6 times now, and I just don't get it. I just don't get it, really. Oh, I don't know what he was thinking, because they're already 2-0 down, so there's no real point. It's not that important, like, if they concede a third in that regard. But, like, why would you be willing to sacrifice yourself for that? There was no guarantee he was even going to go on and score. Like, anyway, Fred to Weghorst. Fernandez. What do I do full time? I'm a student at the moment, mate. But I'm looking to go full time freelance next year with sports media. So graphic design and video editing and stuff. And Iheanacho, he was onside, ref. He held his run. I knew the liner was going to put his flag up there. I don't think he was offside, you know, lads. I don't get it. Weghorst is playing a very weird role for United, by the way. It almost feels like he's playing an attacking midfield. Like, he's the most false of nines. Like, he is literally in his own half at the moment. Almost like he's playing in midfield, to be honest. No way, no reason why. The reason why he doesn't bloody score is, but to be fair, he might get in a position now to. Root Phase bullies him off the ball though. Here is Phase, and it's out for a throw-in. Excellent. Really, my beard's coming back now, lads. So it is a dub. That's one of the biggest dubs. Thrown in. I'd realised I shrunk very, very low into my chair, by the way. Which is a bit of a silly bitch moment, to be fair, from me. You need to actually see my face. Not me be like this. 2 minutes added on at the end of the first half, lads. And United somehow lead. I'm still questioning how or why, but they do lead by a goal to nil. With 2 minutes added on. Play back to De Gea. I think it's going to be a bit of a quiet end to this half now. Here's Fred. He's lost it. Oh, maybe it won't be a quiet end. It's drilled into Maddison. Maddison for Leicester. Cuts in and shoots! Oh, he went for the near post. as he did against Spurs. But he's just wide from James Maddison. And it very nearly would have been Manchester United 1, Leicester City 1, and deservedly so. It's been brilliant from Leicester all half. They've really dominated United and they've had 2 opportunities, and they probably should have scored them both, United. But Leicester have been by far and away the better side. I'd love to see the halftime stats, to be honest. David De Gea. Launched forward towards Weghorst, wins the header well. Looked for Rashford, can't find him. Dewsbury Hall wins the header. Towards Barnes, headed away by Lindelof. And Christensen again, a bit of head tennis, but they brought it down here, United. Sabitzer to Dalot. Away by Wout Faes. And it's headed on towards Iheanacho, but it's great from Victor Lindelof to clear away. And Faes just get there, but it's back to Rashford. A good challenge from Faes this time. Fernandes takes him on. Still Fernandes. Great challenge from Wout Faes. It really is. It really is a great challenge. And if it's not, it's gonna be a yellow card. I thought he got the ball, personally. I thought he got the ball. He's always involved, Wout Faes, isn't he? He won the ball back initially. Did he get the ball this time? No, he completely missed it. It's a yellow card. Completely missed the ball. Woot, woot, woot. Bloody woot. Woot Faes. What's he like? But yeah, it's certainly been an entertaining half, let's just say the least. I said it'd be high scoring. There has only been 1, but it should have been at least 3 or 4 too. To Leicester, if we're being honest. If they've been clinical, they could have got 4. And it's a chance for United to get a second before half time here. Weghorst, Rashford, Lindelof, Dalot forward. Lisandro Martinez also goes to get involved. Here's Fernandes. Or Shaw. It's going to be Shaw. Is he going to try for the near post? He is. It was worth the effort because that is it for the half. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is Manchester United 1, Leicester City 0 at half time here on the Stonadge channel. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Please, please do. Trying to get to 1,100 as soon as we can, baby. But as I said, I'm going to be live on Nothing But Reds with Kyle on their channel. I will be putting a link to that in the chat very, very soon for their Sunday summary. So it's going to be talking all things Newcastle, all things Everton as well, I assume, as well as all things Real Madrid. So it's going to be bloody fun. It's going to be huge. So I will put a link to that in the chat very soon. But yeah, Man United 1, Leicester City 0. I said 4-2. It very much could have been that. It very much could have been. But anyway, let's get on to some halftime topics. And number 1, Liverpool v Real Madrid. Liverpool v Real Madrid. And why I might be a little bit more confident than I ever have been ever for playing Real Madrid. So, reason number one. Real Madrid are in a little bit of a shit time at the moment. They're not having the greatest season, by their standards anyway. They're still probably going to go and win La Liga, I'd imagine. Let me just go and check the table, because Barcelona have been on a great run. They are currently 5 points clear with the game in hand. To be fair, Barcelona are gonna win, but Real Madrid did beat Osasuna yesterday. I just think that it hasn't been the greatest of seasons at all. They lost to Mallorca recently. They drew 0-0 with Real Sociedad. They just haven't had the greatest, most consistent season. A bit like Liverpool, being honest. But obviously to a smaller scale. Just a second. Reason number 2, Liverpool look much more like themselves. What really annoyed me yesterday, and it really did grind my gears, I'm not going to lie, is that Liverpool didn't crack on and play better against the 10. We looked pretty shoddy for the last 60 minutes of the football match, if we're being real with ourselves. We should have scored 2 or 3 more, but that comes with the territory. We probably should have scored 3 or 4 more, and that would have been really helpful on the old goal difference side of things. But yeah, no, I've got less worries now than I thought I'd have. I thought I'd be worrying all the time about this football match. I am not worrying whatsoever. I'm actually pretty darn confident. Which I think is a bit mental, to be fair. It's a bit mental. Thank you very much, Shia. Appreciate that, mate. Appreciate that massively. Yeah, so we will be live once again, as I said, for that. Me, Craig, and Paddy are going to be on doing a vlog for that. So I don't know. It might be the first game in such a long time that we don't actually have a watch along. Anfield Agenda don't have a watch along for that. So I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Hey, Terrence Tibbs, how we doing, mate? Good to see you. Good to see you as always, my friend. How you feeling? How you doing? The mighty Geordies, of course, falling short. But yeah, it wound me up that we didn't actually play that well when we had 10. When they had 10. Which really wound me up. But apart from that, like, in general, I thought the goals were brilliant. Especially Nunez's goal. The ball from Trent and then the ball from Salah, to be fair. Very similar to Rashford's goal, actually. And Madrid are a little bit finished with injuries as well, according to a lot of sources. But just looking at their team against Osasuna yesterday, where they beat them by 2-0, their team was Courtois, Nacho Fernandez, Militao, Rudiger, Alaba, Ceballos, Camavinga, Modric, Valverde, Rodrigo, Vinicius. Touch and go with Karim Benzema, I've heard. Dani Carvajal or Nacho, I don't think it matters that much. Realistically, they'll be fine. I think they'll be absolutely fine with that anyway. Tchouameni's touch and go with flu, but he's going to be a big miss if they lose him. Toni Kroos is out, I believe, as well. So yeah, I think I think it's going to be an intriguing game. Anyone play Hogwarts Legacy, by the way, lads? I really want a PS5 just so I can play it, because I love Harry Potter. So I really kind of want a PS5. Hello, sub, that's a bit, so I know that you're Piers Morgan. How are we? I'm not Willie Orban, man. I don't get it. I don't look like him. I look faintly like him. Faintly. And he's just an okay centre-back. Why am I getting compared to an okay centre-back? Why can't I look like Virgil van Dijk, man? I don't look like him. He's got a bigger face than me. He's like... And he's 30, man. He's 30. Lads, I'm 20. I shouldn't look like a 30-year-old. But yeah, I'm abnormally confident for a game that I should realistically be shitting myself in. Which is, I guess, a good sign. I guess it's a good sign. But no, I'm pretty confident, pretty happy. How about you guys? What are we all feeling? Are we feeling confident for Liverpool on Tuesday? I just don't know. I really don't know. I might get my Real Madrid friend to come on a stream with me, and we'll discuss it all. Discuss it all. But yeah, Leicester City have been really impressive today. I am really like rooting for them. I think they will. I think they'll get at least an equal. If they carry on playing as they are, they will 100% score an equaliser. But I think Erik ten Hag will get around his team now. I think he will manage to realistically get a grip and get an emotional reaction out of them, because it's been a very unemotional performance from United. They've had one opportunity that come to fruition, but Leicester should have scored 4 or 5 with their chances. Harvey Barnes' one unbelievable save from David De Gea. The header from I believe it was Iheanacho at the back post. Very much should have been a win for a goal for Leicester City, but it's an unbelievable save yet again from David De Gea. I don't think we do. That's probably the last sort of player that we need. That save from De Gea against Iheanacho might be one of the saves of the season. One of his best, if not his best, for United. He's made some unbelievable ones in the past. But how he managed to reach that and claw that away. I don't think Sabitzer even got booked for this challenge, by the way, on Route Phase. Which I haven't really spoken about. Should he have been booked for it? Should he have been booked? Sabitzer? Touch and go. I think he was going for the ball. Like he managed to make it a kick rather than a dig. I think it's a high leg, but realistically, if you haven't already, by the way, hit the like button on this video as well. It does help the algorithms. It really does help the algorithms. It really bloody does. It bloody does. Need someone... Isco, man. Isco. What else do we want to talk about at this half-time? Shia says Liverpool can win. They have confidence from winning. Oh, I hope so, mate. I really bloody hope so. I hope we can. Also, do you want to see more of me and Izzy going to football matches? I feel like that's probably a popular thing. Especially because, yes, guys, she's a woman. She's a woman. I know, a woman. We'll go to some more football matches. I think we've got to do it. Go to some random games like. Could go to a Swansea game. Wouldn't like that very much. I wouldn't rate that. I wouldn't rate that particularly, but we can go to a Swansea game if need be. But I just don't want to go to a Swansea game, lads. I could go to more Cardiff games. But the thing is, right, I just love live streaming as well. So it makes it very difficult to like. It makes it difficult to like pick the games that we should and shouldn't should watch and should live stream instead. But look, we've got loads and loads of content coming up. As I said, Football Manager series launching this week, which I'm going to start. I don't know who I'm going to start with. I'm going to put a poll on my Twitter and on my channel as well, just to let you. But any save suggestions, please let me know as well. No Bold today. We haven't seen Bold yet. It's a shame. Get him on, or Lucas. But yeah, so we're going to be live as well, as I said, later on for Nothing But Reds on their channel, which I'm looking forward to as well. I'm really looking forward to going on their channel, to be honest. I'm looking forward to see how the American fan base is feeling, really. I think everyone will be feeling pretty good. No? Feeling pretty good in the hood. Any transfer news, lads? Oh, by the way, did Messi score earlier? People are coming and saying that Messi did well. Did Messi score? Let's have a look. PSG. Oh, shit. They won 4-3. Mbappe 2, Neymar. Oh, my God. They were 3-1 down until the... 3-2 down until the 87th. Mbappe scored in the 87th. And Messi scored in 90 plus 5. The GOAT never stops, man. The GOAT! The GOAT loves it, man. I love it. And, of course, Galtier, the manager of Leeds. Honestly, lads. Mate, do you think... so, United, if there's only United... Well, even us neutrals, really, in this. Obviously, we want Leicester to win, but we're sort of neutrals, right? Dalot or Wan-Bissaka? Dalot or Wan-Bissaka? I think Dalot is probably clear, just. But it's tight. It's really tight as to whether he's actually clear or not. What time's that on? It starts at 5 p.m. UK time, I believe. But I'll have to ask. Kyle and the boys. And what I'll do is I'll share the stream on my channel. I don't even know. Let me just double check if it's. Let me just double check. Let's go on YouTube. Let's go to Nothing But Reds. They are live at 5 p.m. UK time, I believe. Live in 118 minutes. So, yeah, I think that sounds good. It's just me and Kyle, I think. So, yeah. See, Liam says Dalot. David says Dalot. I think Dalot. I think so, anyway. Potter. Lads, I've defended Potter resolutely for the last 3-4 months. But lads, they are shit. Like, how... Like, they miss more chances than a virgin in the red light district. Like, Jesus Christ. They are so wasteful. It's unbelievable. They genuinely it baffles my mind how that a team... I know they called Brighton the XG merchants when Potter was in charge. It's bloody similar. It's the same. It should be. They should have been far clearer of Southampton. Don't give James Ward-Prowse a free kick. Are you dumb? Don't give him a free kick. You gotta be thick. Like, that would... Like, at the end of the day, massive respect to Potter and that. He's a good bloke. Seems like a lovely fella. Why? Why is that? Why are they so bad? They just cannot finish. It might be... It's one of the most frustrating... They're one of the most frustrating teams to watch in world football. Seriously, they do my head in. And just don't give James Ward-Prowse space for a free kick, lads. Like, it's not hard. Just don't give him space. He's far too good at free kicks. He's just the best. He's the best around at free kicks, in fact. The best there's ever been, I would argue, at free kicks. In the Premier League, anyway. The best around. Nothing will ever bring me down. David De Gea, though, by the way, shout out to him. I will have to say this. I've been a massive critique of David De Gea recently. Especially in the last sort of 5 years. But, blimey, today he's proven everyone wrong with how well he's been. He's been unreal. He's been unbelievable. It's been amazing. Just the best. I think the thing is, though, with Chelsea, they've spent that money, yes. I think it will click. But they've bought so many young players in at the same time. It needed to be drip-fed. And it's where they've really got it wrong in the last few windows. They've bought in bulk. Like, seriously, they've bought in, 15 players since January? How do you expect all of these players to click? I just don't get it. I really, really, really don't. And, like... You can't write a player off after 6 months. Like, I've seen them write off Kalidou Koulibaly. Like, get him down at Anfield then. I'll have him. It's fine. You can sit on our bench. Come on. So players are back out now. Players are back out and ready to rumble for this huge game in both teams' seasons. And it's massive. The future. Well, if Leicester can carry on, I think they'll definitely pick up a point at least. But Jadon Sancho's getting ready. It should be for Weghorst, surely. Rodgers is smiling. Of course, probably getting some stick for his former Liverpool days. It's Garnacho for Sancho. So Garnacho hooked at half-time by Erik ten Hag. He was a little bit wanting coming defensively, but listen. Hooked forward now by Leicester, but they've already lost it, and I need to start the bloody clock, lads. I've forgotten the clock. Well done, me. There's always a Stonadge stream with a technical issue. We all know this. Is it 45:20 yet? I don't even know. Show me the clock, Rad. Come on. There we go, 45:20. Right, we're there. We're fine. Crisis averted, lads. Oh, and I've also knocked my green screen out of the way. Jesus. There we go. Christ, it's been always a technical problem here. Always an issue. Into Fernandes. Wide. Still Fernandes. Still. And now Dalot with a cross. And it's come all the way across. And he's had to put it out. Castagna for a Manchester United corner. It was really, really good from Diogo Dalot. Really good from Dalot, actually. Just put out a play by Timothy Castagna for a Manchester United corner. What, do you think that today, Terence? I mean, you'd be forgiven for something another day, but today they've been shit, Terence. They really have. They've not been great. title favourites. Blimey. Well, where does it put them in terms of the Premier League table? I'd still say Arsenal are the favourites. But United go 3 points behind City. And then if they win this game, and 5 points behind Arsenal. But Arsenal have a game in hand. If Arsenal win, that becomes 8 points. So, realistically, no. United are not title favourites, mate. Sorry about that. Cleared away. Lindelof heads forward for United. Lindelof and Suter wins the header against Weghorst. He's well in by non-police Mendy. He's done really well, but he might lose it. He hasn't, and he still hasn't. It's great work from non-police Mendy. And they've given a free kick against him, though, for a foul on Rashford. But he won the ball. I don't quite believe that Stuart Atwell's given a free kick there. He won the ball like twice. Maddison complaining to Stuart Atwell on behalf of non-police Mendy. And he's got reason to. I think he got the ball. He did get the ball. Twice. It's unbelievably bad to refereeing this. Terence does enjoy a little wind-up merchant, though, doesn't he? Terence is the one. You really can't stand Arsene Wenger, can you? Still 1-0 here. I might just go and open my door, lads. Sorry, give me a second. The door's open. Sorry, babe. If I miss a goal here... Oh, it's a chance, and it's off the bar. I nearly missed a goal. I felt really bad for the door being open. For it being shut, so...
You locked me out.
I did. No, I didn't. I felt bad. Hello. Hi. Martinez hit the bar for United. And it's still 1-0. Fernandez into Fred. Oh, so I open the door and you walk out. Chance. Weghorst. Under control. Oh my god, he's bad. He's gone out for a corner. He's not having the rub of the green as he's out of Weghorst. Here's Luke Shaw. Shaw's corner. It's not a bad one. Headed away by FaZe. And helped on. Played back this time to Fred. Cut inside here. It's a shot. It's a vicious one from Bruno Fernandes, but it's well denied in the end by Danny Ward. Got his body behind it. And here go Leicester at the other end. Iheanacho is a good block from Fred in the end. And now here goes Rashford. One-on-one with Suter here. He's got the pace to get past him. He's got inside. It's Marcus Rashford. It's saved by Ward this time. It almost had another sense of inevitability. Fernandes! That was a vicious volley. It's come back. Oh, it's cleared away by Leicester this time. Oh, it's a good challenge. Now Fred. Fernandes tries to dummy it for Weghorst. He can't get there. It's cleared away. And now Harvey Barnes. Up against Sancho, who's tracking back a little bit more than Garnacho was, but Barnes gets past him. And now Christensen for Leicester. It's a good ball towards the back post towards Tete, but it's headed away well by United. And they've got a chance to counter with Sancho now. Jadon Sancho. Fernandes. Fernandes. Back now into Diogo Dalot. Fred. Still Fred. Now out wide to Luke Shaw. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. All that good stuff here. Here's Harvey Barnes. Looking to find... Oh, that's a free kick. Maddison fouled by Marcel Sabitzer. And it's a good opportunity for Leicester City here. A really good opportunity. And a big chance for them. It's a foul by Sabitzer. It's a silly foul by Sabitzer, really. Maddison got there first. And James Maddison will have it. Hello, Jens. How are we, buddy? Dewsbury Hall and Maddison over this free kick. But you know it's going to be James Maddison who's going to shoot here. It's perfect range. Be best for a left footer, really, to curl it round. But Maddison can curl it away from the goalkeeper. Lindelof, Weghorst, both in the wall, as well as Lisandro Martinez. Maddison stands over it with an air of authority. James Maddison for Leicester. It's a big, big, big chance. It's going to be Maddison. With the shot, it's well blocked. It's come back to Suter. Maddison again. It's a poor effort. It's going to come all the way wide now, though. It's just such a bad shot that it's turned into an okay ball for Tete. Up against Rashford. Tete beats Rashford really well. But it's a good challenge this time by Shaw, and he's won it, and it's a throw into United. I wouldn't quite say fantastic, Jens. It's not been great today, but you do lead, and probably deservedly so. Just. Basically, it's Rashford United. Hey, Granny Dwarf, you had to clean your room. It's been alright, mate. It's been okay. It's been more United this half, but Leicester just had a free kick that was well blocked in the end by the wall. But it's a chance for United. They've got an opportunity to come through now on the counter. It's wide to Fernandes. Looks to get the ball across, and Rashford's at the back post. Fred's there too. Weghorst, with potentially one of the worst overhead kicks attempts I've ever seen, goes out for a goal kick. Rio says Weghorst is bad, and he is. He's pretty awful. I'm not going to lie. It's not worked out. I was one of the few that thought it might turn out to be a good signing. It's really not worked out for either party, is it? He's not turned out to be their Odion Igalo, and he's not turned out to be Erik ten Hag's Klaas-Jan Huntelaar. It's just been an absolute disaster class. Zlatan. I'm good, Rio. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Here's Martinez. Sure. In for Sancho. Fernandes. Might look to get a shot across. So he was looking for Rashford. Will Sancho come good, says Terence. Will he come good? Yes, is my answer to that. I think he's that good a footballer. He can't be as bad as he has been. But start of this season, he looked like a different player. But overall, it's just not been great for Jadon Sancho. I still take him at Liverpool now. But it's not really worked out for him, really. As of yet. Here's Harvey Barnes. Christensen with the ball across is cleared away by Lindelof, and it's a throw into Leicester. I hope so, Rio. I hope so, mate. Talking of shock in the world, what do you think? What does everyone think about Paul against Fury? Jake Paul against Tommy Fury, of course. I'm going to be doing a watch along for that live here on the Stonadge channel, which is going to be live on Sunday. What do I think of Potter? I feel sorry for him, man, but at the same time, like, Chelsea missed so many chances. It's actually like a real bugbear of his systems, and they just don't have anyone to take them. Like, they started having players who were taking chances at Brighton. They just don't have it anymore. They don't have it at Chelsea. They don't have any players. But here's Rashford in behind. Marcus Rashford for Manchester United. 2-0 Manchester United. Unbelievable. Marcus Rashford. He just can't stop scoring. It's just unbelievable. I said you should bet your house. He's offside, but I think he might be on this one. Going to be checked by VAR. Let's have a look at this. How close is this? But there was no way he was missing. I think he's just offside, actually. I think he's just offside. It's him. It's not Castagna. Castagna. If it's against Castagna, he's off. But Wout Faes is the one that they have to be looking at. Will Wout Faes keep him on? Or will he be off? I think Rashford could be on here. And if it is, it's another goal after the World Cup for Marcus Rashford, making it 16 in 17 games. Oh, he's on. He's onside. It's 2-0 to United. Marcus Rashford has done it again. Doubled his tally. United, he is just different gravy at the moment. Honestly. The best player in the world on form at the moment. It's a goal for United again. Marcus Rashford on form. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable at the moment, Rashford. He really is. I can't speak highly enough of him. Like, he was one-on-one and there was just no debate he was going to score. It's a perfectly timed ball by Fred in the end, and Rashford makes it 2 through the legs of Danny Ward. It's unfortunate on Leicester, though. It really is, because they have played well. But Rashford is the man, as he has been all year so far for Erik ten Hag. He is just brilliant. Hey, Amir Ali. How are we doing, mate? Who's Fury fighting? How are we? He is fighting Tommy Fury is fighting Jake Paul. So that's going to be here live on Sunday on the Stonadge channel. And we're going to be watching that. He's just ridiculous, Rashford. It's getting to the point where we have to acknowledge maybe it's more than form. Did I see the Wood Lara fight? I did see the comeuppance of it. Yeah, I saw little bits of it. Tielemans and I think that's Boubakary Soumare are on for Leicester. Absolutely, Jens. Top bloke, great goal scorer. Carrying for Manchester United. So it's a change in midfield. Tielemans and Soumare on for Monday, and Keane and Dewsbury Hall for Manchester United. The thing is, they play in the same position, Tarrant. Well, they don't actually. They don't. Saka's on the right, isn't he, at the moment? He used to be on the left. He's on the right now. I think a striker like Weghorst that can just score more goals. A striker that's selfless, like Firmino. A player like Firmino would be the best sort of striker for Manchester United, but I just don't know where they find a player like that. I think a lot of the world now is filled full of pacey strikers that are tall, but play a bit like Nunez and Haaland, play in a similar manner. I think you need to find a selfless striker to play alongside Rashford, to do things like that, to get him in behind, to do what Firmino did for Mane and Salah for so long. Castagna. Kane would be unbelievable for United. If they could get Kane, he would actually be perfect for United. If they could get Kane, and it would cost a lot of money, he would be actually like insane for United. He would be that good. It's in for Wout phase. Tielemans. And now Leicester. They've deserved something from this game. They've really, really played well here, but now Rashford. In for Sancho. Fernandes. Sancho! 3-0! As easy as that for Manchester United, and they are 3-0 up now. Brilliant. Jadon Sancho, 3-0. As easy as that. As easy as that. And Leicester, although they played so well in this first half, they're being blown away in the second, and Jadon Sancho scores. It's a big moment for him. I'm almost happy to see it. The Rashford ball into Sancho, played wide to Fernandes, drilled back across, and Sancho scores. 3-0, as easy as they come for Leicester. It was lost by Iheanacho in the forward line. I think it's really undeserved for Leicester to be losing 3-0, but it's a brilliantly worked goal for United. Fernandes drilled it across, and Jadon Sancho makes it 3-0. And they are a dangerous, potent attacking threat, Manchester United. They're appealing for the foul, though, on Iheanacho, which I don't think it's enough, in my opinion. I don't think it's enough. It's a goal, and now United can look to try potentially blow Leicester away here when they really don't deserve it. Poor Foxes. Soumare. He's lost out now to Fernandes. United have just got a newfound hunger. It's in for Shaw. Shaw is still going. Still going. Luke Shaw on his right foot. It's a good save this time by Danny Ward. He's not particularly great on his right foot, Luke Shaw, but it could have been 4. Back by Shooter to Ward. He's lost it. Sancho. Sabitzer. They certainly did need to take their chances, David. You bang on with that one. Here's Rashford. Quite deep on this left-hand side. Does a little flip-flap. Can't get past Tete. Tielemans to Tete. He's under pressure. It's a foul by Shaw. It's a free kick to Leicester. Jude, Nunes and Mount. Christ. I suppose we're saving a lot of money on wages come next season, but the rumour is that Mason Mount was £240,000 a week. Like, I'd like Mason Mount, don't get me wrong. I think he'd be a great Oxlade-Chamberlain replacement. Play on the middle and on the left. We don't need a player who can play on the left, though. He needs to be playing midfield constantly every week. I think he's going to sign a new contract at Chelsea, lads. I think it's going to happen. Punted towards Weghorst. Won by Castagna and now Wout Faes. Weghorst not happy about it for some reason. Tielemans to Maddison. Good turn from James Maddison. And played wide to Christensen. Tielemans. Got Maddison there with him again. Drilled out to Tete. Still Tete with a curling effort. It's just wasteful, that. It's a poor effort, really, from the former Lyon man. Well, he's on loan from Lyon, I should say. I like Mount. I do. I just feel... I do like him. Like, he's got the potential. But it feels like, will he ever reach that potential to become that true goal-scoring midfielder that he can be? I don't know. Will he end up being... Is he just the Curtis Jones situation of Chelsea? Except, obviously, on a much higher scale. He's a much better player than Jones at the moment. But here's Fernandes. Drags it back for Sancho. And he's won a corner for United. It's going to be a bit of a procession in this last 25 minutes, I have to say. It's a shame, really, for Leicester. He is a good player, though. He works hard. I just think he's going to sign a new deal there. I think it's all going to be talk and agent talk, and they'll come to an agreement because he just seems like the guy to be at Chelsea for the rest of his career. Crossed in towards Sabitzer. He's probably not the one you want to be targeting at a corner. Luke Shaw. Lumped forward towards Rashford. Headed away this time by Suter. And it's lost now by Soumare. Well pressed by Victor Lindelof. And it's a throw-in to United. Sabitzer. Lindelof. Sabitzer. Good from Luke Shaw. It's really easy for United now. Leicester are just demoralised. I feel sorry for them. I really do. It's just been sort of a chasm of nothingness now this half for Leicester, Whereas for United, it could be a chance for them to fill their boots. Played wide. Come on. Lindelof. Jack Rodwell. I don't think Jack Rodwell has a Champions League medal, mate. Or an FA Cup medal. Or a Europa League. Well, he didn't win the Europa League with Chelsea, did he? But hooked inside now to Maddison. Can't find him. It's a good challenge, actually. Did he put in the FA Cup mount? Or am I making that up? I must be making that up, actually. Country Tune says, Rip Leicester. Yeah, I think you're pretty much bang on there, mate. I feel sorry for them because they've been so good this game. Didn't take their chances. And, yep. 3-0. Bloody Leicester, lads. I genuinely thought they'd get something from today. Or at least really challenge United. And they did for the first half. But as soon as Rashford's goal went in, United were on the back foot. And here is Rashford coming off on a hat-trick, which is a bit of a controversial decision, you could say. But that's his second goal, of course, ruled just onside after initially being offside by VAR. Rashford with a great finish through Ward's legs. It's just everything's going the way of Marcus Rashford's at the moment. He said it was tight, and he thought it was on, and he was bang on with that. He does that bloody celebration, but it's not yours, Marcus. Stop trying to trademark it. Anthony Elanga's on for United, as well as Aaron Wan-Bissaka for Luke Shaw. Oh, it's another chance here. I think he might be offside this time, Sancho, but he's going to take a keeper on. Deflected. It's going to come back to Sancho. He's volleyed it over. I think he was offside anyway, but it could have been 4 for United. It's a good block in the end by Leicester. Still fighting. Why Leicester not sacking Brendan Rodgers? Because they fought back this season. He was well onside, actually. Because they fought back this season, and I think with the wealth in the Thai areas potentially coming back to fruition in the coming years, I think they will be okay. And I think Rodgers is the man to help them there. And they also couldn't afford to sack him at the time. Martinez. Back to Lindelof. And launched clear. Oh, it's a great touch. It's really easy for United, this. It's just far too easy. Hey, wasn't McTominay meant to be coming on? Or have I completely missed McTominay coming on? I know. I miss Ollie, man. Ollie's at the wheel. I miss him in general, man. I think he was a good character in the Premier League. Have I completely missed McTominay coming on? Or is he even on? Yeah, I haven't heard the latest updates and news on Darwin and whether he'll be fit, but I hope he is. It'd be very useful. He is just ridiculous. Ooh. Another chance for United. Just flick wide by Weghorst. Is McTominay even on? He is on. Yeah. I completely missed it. Or did I miss it? Because I remember saying Fred went off. I don't know. Here's Tielemans. Firmino starts. I'd say no, Country Tunes. I'd say no. I would go Gakpo, Nunes, Salah if Nunes is fit. If not, Gakpo, Jota, Salah. Because I think Jota's more along in his recovery than Firmino is, even though he looked off it against Everton, really. Wan-Bissaka keeps it in. It's been chipped forward, and Wan-Bissaka is in. He's got a man across. It's Weghorst. Weghorst for United. It's well defended by Castagna, but it was in slow motion, really. Yeah, no, I wouldn't play Firmino. No, I wouldn't. Weghorst. It was ahead of him. It was a great challenge by Castagna, really, in the end. Could go 4-4-2 with Salah and Gakpo up front. Yeah, that's doable. And then go Elliott right and who left? Crossed in towards Martinez with a header. It's over the bar. I don't know. We could play 4-4-2. We could potentially play 4-4-2, which is what he could potentially do. Put Bajcetic. You're right there, Terence. Alejandro Garnacho literally exists for United. Stefan Bajcetic literally exists for Liverpool. Players who, yes, didn't start at the club, but came through. Liverpool have had plenty of young players coming through the ranks. Tottenham, West Ham, of course, after this, but I won't be covering that. Sancho to Wan-Bissaka. Fernandes to McTominay. And producing young players is a difficult art form to master. Elanga. Good cross, headed away. Look across the Premier League. There's not many. There's usually one or two in every side that have come through their academy. And I think nowadays people are poaching in order to get like the players that they want from smaller clubs at a young age. So like Liverpool did with Harvey Elliott and Bajcetic. Oh, mate. Bajcetic, Gavi, and Pedri is a saucy midfield. Not gonna lie. I was really impressed with Pedri the other night until he went off. And I was really impressed with him in the World Cup. Yeah, 15 minutes to go here. I think the game's done. Done, dusted, finitoed. Leicester readying Jamie Vardy and Luke Thomas, I think. Off comes Tete. And Iheanacho. It's Dennis Pratt and Jamie Vardy. Tete and Iheanacho off. Jamie Vardy back on the field again for Leicester. United's literally, Elanga just came on then. Like, you're not going to produce an entire like outfit of sides that are going to be there. And City? Foden is on the bench currently, regularly. Rico Lewis is absolutely mid. Like, if you produce 3 or 4 players to go on your bench and first team, I think that's a successful academy. And make money from the rest of it. Especially for these at the top level, because the ability to produce a 50 million player is vital. Trent Alexander-Arnold, another one came through recently at Liverpool. Curtis Jones, another one that's come through recently. Harvey Elliott, signed from Fulham, still came through the Liverpool ranks. It's easy as that. And then you have to buy the rest, sadly, but that's just how it worked. Sabitzer. I mean, I hate to use the example because he was a good player when he played for United, and I hope he never does again, but Mr. G, the player I don't want to name because I think he's a absolute scumbag, was an unbelievable footballer. Came through United's academy. Yeah, Foden at the moment is being benched by Guardiola. He just can't get in over Grealish. Just how it is. Just how it is in the world of City and world of Pep Guardiola's mind, anyway. I think they're mental, but Grealish is playing really, really well. So you have to salute him in that regard. You really do. 13 minutes to go here, and the game's petering out. I think we might see another goal at some point, but not right now. Darwin Núñez. I love him, lads. I bloody hope he's not injured. It would ruin my life. Honestly, I was saying to Izzy yesterday, like, it's very, very rare that I literally love a footballer. Like, I love Darwin Núñez. It's like Torres. It's like a childlike love for him. Like, honestly, he's up there with one of my favourite players right now in the world, just because the effort he puts in, how much I want him to succeed. Like, there's I feel like he's got a real connection, even though he can't speak the bloody language, for one. Like, the boy's I just adore him. And he's just raw, and yes, he makes mistakes, but that's part of the reason why we love him. He's just, everything about him. He's just great. Anyway, we're here for United now. And they're about to launch forward a free kick, and it's come now back to McTominay. Tell you what, McTominay and Weghorst are very similar body shapes. That's probably why I've been mixing them up. Sancho. Wan-Bissaka. Back to Sancho and Wan-Bissaka again. Sancho once more. Beats his man. Finds Wan-Bissaka. It's just too easy for United. It's too easy for them. And again. And again. And again and again, Wan-Bissaka and Sancho having their own little game in the corner. It's tackled this time by Tielemans and outplay Leicester. Ball towards Jamie Vardy, but he can't get onto it. It's well intercepted by Manchester United. Here's Sabitzer. Wide for Elanga. It's a good interception by Leicester. And it's wide to Castagna, but it's well intercepted now by United. Inside by Martinez. Now McTominay. McTominay for United. Sabitzer. Into Martinez. I mean, you have to look at yesterday, Jensk. You have to look at him. Look at him yesterday. That wasn't useless. And another academy graduate for United is coming on now. Off comes Marcel Sabitzer. It's a big moment for United's number 73, Kobbie Mainoo. Believe it's his Premier League debut. I've not seen him before. He definitely played in a Europa League or FA or Carabao Cup game, I'm pretty sure. But play back to Ward. Flicked on and Vardy won't chase it. Cleared away by De Gea. Jens, there's just something about him, mate. There's just something. And it's irrational, this love for him. But it's just that we want him to do so well. And he's got the potential to be a world beater. That's why, I think. Hey, Joshy boy, good to see you, mate. And let me just whack a link in the chat to the stream I'm on later. 2 seconds. Let me just whack a link in there. Nothing but Reds. Yeah, there we go. I'll put a link to the stream I'm on now, and I'm putting that in the chat. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. There we go. So I'll be live via that link in an hour and a quarter. So make sure to join me then. It will be fun. Me and Carl chatting all things Liverpool, basically. Literally that. Forward by Martin. He's looking for Dallo. Can't find him. Intercepted by Alanga, but here goes Wout Faes for Leicester. Wout Faes. Back to Danny Ward. And a chip. Christensen, who had a good first half. And he's threaded through Harvey Barnes. You can't get there before Victor Lindelof. Good challenge by the Swede. He's had a bit of a renaissance this season. Lightning with him and Luis Diaz. Nobody else like Darwin Núñez. It's been all but perfect for United, really. In the end, they can just trundle home, conserve energy for their big game on Thursday against Barcelona, which will be live here on the Stonadge channel. It's going to be 3 consecutive United watch-alongs, which makes me sick, really. But I'm going to do it anyway. It makes me sick. Makes me feel bad. Chance for Leicester, and it's skewed wide, but it's deflected wide by Pratt. And it's a corner. Ooh, it's a corner. Taken short by Leicester. Oh, it's a poor layoff by them. And Tielemans now into Pratt. Now Maddison. It's a good ball. Headed away by McTominay. Suter at the back post. He's tried to take it down. He's won another corner, I think. Yeah, boy, I'll be going to that one, Shayed, so you'll see a Stonadge vlog for that one. Went out of play by Suter, I think, so that's why it's going to be given as a goal kick. I was not at the game yesterday. No, I was at the Newport City game yesterday. It's a corner. It's a corner for Leicester. I was at Newport City yesterday, so most of my Saturday's going to be taken up there now. But I should be able to do like Saturday night games. Chance for Leicester. Tielemans is there. Comes to Pratt. Maddison. Barnes blocked. Barnes gets it under control. Tries to find it to Tielemans. He has done this time, but it's back at the feet of Victor Christensen. Oh, it's a shocking ball. It really is from Christensen. It's a lazy ball, really. And United are trying to counter-attack with Sancho. He's dribbled it out of play. Thrown to Leicester. 5 to go here. Harvey Barnes. Ooh, Harvey Barnes. Chance now for United again on the counter-attack. Fernandes has his head up. It's a poor ball. Gives it away to Pratt, who launches it towards Jamie Vardy. It's very, very much old-school Leicester tactics, but they can't find him. He's headed back to David De Gea. Lads. Oh, and stretch. And stretch. It's been a busy, busy couple of days. Went to Cardiff, of course, on Friday night. And then went to Newport yesterday. Back now into the YouTube streaming grind. Be live tomorrow on Monday night for either a bit of a Real Madrid preview, or I'm debating either Real Madrid preview or a final verdict on Arsenal. But what should I do? I'm thinking Real Madrid preview, right? It's got to be the way to go. And then I'm going to vlog everything on for the Real Madrid game. Completely vlog everything. So it'll make either one big vlog or several. Tielemans anyway. Through for Barnes. He can't get it under control. Can't get it under control. Harvey Barnes. Oh, Harvey Barnes. It's an equaliser. Christ, lads. Subscribe anyway. And make sure you join the Nothing But Red stream later if you are here. And subscribe to Kyle as well. He's an absolute goat. Here's McTominay for United. Just realistically waiting for this game to finish now because it's just been a procession really for United in this second half. Here's McTominay. It's a chance for United here. The man wide is Elanga. It's Sancho. He's unselfish and it should have been 4. It just can't go in for Wout Weghorst. 1-on-1. It's a good save by Danny Ward in the end, but it should be 4-0 and it should be Wout Weghorst's first Premier League goal for United. Now Sancho on this left-hand side. He's been absolutely brilliant since coming on. He really has. Sancho again for United. Still. Now Mainu with the cross towards Weghorst. Brings it down. Back to Kobbie Mainu. Lays it off for McTominay. Ball towards Weghorst. It's well won this time. And cleared away by Leicester, but only to Wan-Bissaka. Sancho. To Fernandes. With the cross. Towards Elanga at the back post. He's come out to McTominay. Chance for Kobbie Mainu to get in behind. He's done well there, but it's a good challenge by Leicester. Mainu again. Would he get a shot off? He'll try to lay it back to Bruno Fernandes. He's cleared away, though, this time. Lindelof under pressure from Vardy, who I don't think has had a touch. Yes, that's right, Chayed. Yes. Martinez. Wan-Bissaka trying to get through. He somehow has. It's a good interception this time by Wout Faes. It's going to come back to Mainu, though. I do kind of want the young lad to score, to be fair. Weghorst. Played through to Sancho. Cuts back. Still Sancho. Fernandes. Oh, tried to lay it off to Weghorst. I think the United players all want him to score. He does work his little legs off, to be fair, about Weghorst. I say little, his massive legs. They're bloody long, actually. It's a good save by Ward, to be fair, but he deserves a goal, Weghorst, for his work today. He just slumps to the floor. In disbelief, really, as to how he hasn't scored. Here's De Gea. So, time for my man of the match then. 89 minutes and 30 in, and I think there's only one man we can give it to, and that's Marcus Rashford. 2 goals, and just general contribution was exceptional. Sancho's come on and got a goal as well, and it could be another opportunity here for Elanga for United. Still Anthony Elanga. Good save by Ward. It's been a procession in this second half, but we have to mention David De Gea in that first half. Made 2 absolutely unbelievable pieces of goalkeeping. Firstly against Barnes with a 1-on-1, and then the header from Iheanacho, which was really well saved. Leicester would have been well ahead if it wasn't for David De Gea. So we have to give United fans will have to give some thanks to him. And now Vardy can he potentially get a touch of the ball? It's going to come to Maddison. It's well blocked. It's a corner now for Leicester. 4 minutes added on here. But yeah, my man of the match is Marcus Rashford. And yeah, I think Sky have agreed with me, really. I think it's difficult. You can't. He had 5 shots, 3 on target, 8 touches in the opposition box, and 2 goals. Marcus Rashford. And once again, is United's salvation. The goal came at the most perfect time for United. Maddison with the corner. It's going to be James Maddison. Crosses in. Comes towards Suter. And it's back to Vardy now. Sumare. Looks to get the shot off. Tielemans is there. Maddison's class, mate. Maddison is class. He's carried Leicester so hard these last 2 years. Towards Harry Suter. Is well won by Harvey Barnes, but in the end cleared away. Now back at Wout Faes, who's giving it away to Sancho. Will there be another chance for United? It's chipped forward towards Bruno Fernandes, who controls it brilliantly. Fernandes looks to find Elanga inside. Wasn't the greatest of balls, and Ward just plays to Yuri Tielemans, who turns. Tielemans. Christensen. Is there one chance for Leicester? They deserve a goal here. Barnes flicks it for Vardy. Not the greatest touch by Jamie Vardy, but gets it under control. Maddison with the turn. Still Maddison. Still James Maddison's shot. A good save by De Gea this time. I mean, Maddison's been so good for Leicester these last couple of years. You can't call him overrated. He's so good. Today's not been his greatest day, but overall, these last couple of seasons, he's been brilliant. 18 goals last season in all comps. 14 in the Premier League. This year, I think he's got 10 in the Premier League, if I'm not mistaken, for Leicester City. He's class. I don't think there's any debate on that one. I don't think he'll ever play top level, but 9 goals in the league with 5 assists in 17 games for a struggling Leicester team. I mean, come on. $10 goals all comps as well. Not long to go now, gents. Oh, blimey, it's been a long old stream today. A very intimate stream, but we love the intimate streams. Tielemans. Now Yuri Tielemans again. Still. Suter. Castagna. It's well intercepted and it's going to be played away now by Man Utd. And that should be it. Can we just finish this now? Well, it's been a bit of a procession again, as I said, for United towards the end of this. Not Fred. In for McTominay. McTominay now to Sancho. Fernandes. I can't believe I mistaken Fred for McTominay. That's quite a big difference. Fernandes puts it over the bar, and that's it. That should be it now. Come on. Come on now, Stuart Atwell. Finish this bloody game. I've had enough of the Manx. Yeah, we're going to continue trying to stream as much as we can, of course. There will be a little bit of a complication in the next few days. He got an assist yesterday, Jensk. And he scored the game before that. He's been pretty good, actually, recently. And that's it. 3-0. Game, set, and match. Make sure to join me over on Nothing But Reds using the link I just posted in the chat. I will catch you over there if you are. Make sure to say hi to me there. And make sure to subscribe to Kyle as well. I will see you later on, lads and ladies. Catch you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.